Hi, my name is Dan Schmitt, and this is Team Chicago Challenge. We're at Talladega GP course. I tell you, it's a beautiful 1.3-mile road course, but 42 teams starting the 7th round of the WERA Dunlop Tire National Endurance Series. So today we're going to be looking at the beginning of this race, and let's see how Team Chicago can redeem itself after that disaster at Summit Point. Well, this is it, Talladega GP course, located east of Birmingham, Alabama. Talladega, Alabama, a beautiful 1.3-mile road course. The surface is absolutely perfect. Tons of traction. Phil Caudill is on the Team Chicago 4 and 6 Yamaha dealers. And in the points coming into this round, WERA Suzuki is up front with 650 points. Army of Darkness is 42 points back in second. Team Velocity Racing is another 100 points back in third. Cherokee Challenge is fourth. Neighbor of the Beast is fifth. Bell Suzuki is sixth. BNS Racing is seventh. Blue Ridge Performance eighth. FDK ninth. Dixie Mafia is 10th. Team Extreme Maxis is 11th. Aren't You Racing is 12th. Team HMR is 13th. Jaeger Racing 14th. Velocity Crew is 15th. And Team Chicago, we're stuck down in 16th place. We have got to do well here. As we wait for the start, the starter is looking at the field, looking at his watch. Ruben Frankenfield is going to be starting for Team Velocity. Trey Beatty starting for WERA. Ben Walters is starting for Army of Darkness. As we wait for the green flag. "42 teams blasting off the line. 3-wave start, jumping up front. It's Ruben Frankenfield. On the Team Velocity, Yamaha R1, TI Force exhaust, Pirelli EBC. Trey Beatty's right there on that. WERA Suzuki, Nielsen Enterprise, Montana, Pirelli, Fujiko, 1000 Suzuki. But this is Trey Beatty's. It might not be his home track, but it probably is his home track. This is a track he took his first school at. I think he said 1986. And the first track he ever raced a motorcycle at. So Trey Beatty has great fondness for Talladega GP, and he does know the fastest way around this track. It's like Army of Darkness is running third as Phil Caudill come flashing by on the Team Chicago 4 and 6 Cycle Yamaha dealers. Race Tire Service Dunlop, right with them, 29. It's SMP Stickman Products. We make stickers. That's Mike's Shellcroft. 2 mics and a bike. That's what I call the team. They're sponsored by Dunlop. 4 and 6 Racing. As Trey Beatty now moves into the lead on that WERA Suzuki 1000. Team Velocity, Army of Darkness, Bell Suzuki, Cherokee Challenge, Neighbor of the Beast. Roger Bell is cooking on that SV 650. He's a go fast. Place. Cherokee Challenge. Neighbor of the Beast. Of course, Chris Piles is running right behind them. But as they blast down the front straightaway, earlier I talked to some of the riders, so let's go to that right now.
The team is GTR, and we're racing Ducati because we had nothing better to ride, and we thought it'd be competitive in lightweight superbike.
My name's Mike Brabant, riding with Todd Smith, Legions of Zoom. We're just doing it for a good time, first time all year.
We're We're with Aren't You Racing. I'm Randy Sherman. This is Rick Knuckles over here. And track's kind of small, kind of tight, but it's fun.
Ragged Edge team, this is our second year in endurance. We're just now learning, this is our second race out here. We're all novice riders looking to have a great time and enjoy it.
Nothing but fun, especially the mini race. That's going to be great.
My name is Bo Morgan. Ride for Dixie Mafia. I enjoy riding endurance. I enjoy getting the time out there and riding.
Scott Lehman, Team Zyvax, and this is our first endurance race, so I'll tell you afterwards.
Down here at Talladega, I believe this track's a little too small to hold a national at. With 42 teams, traffic's definitely going to play a role in the outcome. It'll be real hard to pass out there, so we'll just see how it goes. The Maxxis tires are working pretty good today. Nice overcast weather, so I think we got a pretty good shot, especially if it rains.
Army of Darkness running third place. They're maintaining their position, but they're running Superbike. They've got a larger gas tank. They can go a little bit longer. As Trey Beatty continues to lead on the Vezra Suzuki as he blasts down the front straightaway. Team Velocity Racing is running second. Ruben Frankenfield on that R1. Bell Suzuki has got a problem. They came into the pits. The engine is making a strange noise. They're going to try to go back out and nurse it. But I don't know if you can nurse a bike with a strange noise for another 3 hours as Chris Piles come flashing by in their Neighbor the Beast. Looking good. Chris Piles, who used to race 250s and 125s, is now with Neighbor the Beast. Dixie Mafia comes flashing by. They are leading that lightweight Superbike class. Uh-oh. Two bikes are down. One of them is SMP. That's Mike Shellcross. Another bad event as Phil Caudill makes his final lap. Neighbor is already pitted, and we're running out of gas. So we've called Phil in, and it's time for me to take over at Talladega. Get the fuel ready, open up the breather, and Phil brings it in. Let's fill this up and let's get going. Let's get the gas wiped up, and I'll be on my way to ride for 1 hour at Talladega GP. Head on out, staying wide, put these bikes through. The tires are warm, I can get right on the gas. Uh-oh, bike is down. Shift up, and then you shift down for turn 5. Head on out. It's turn 6, I believe, in the middle of the straightaway. Swing it wide, one downshift. Turn 7, get back on the gas. Downshift, brake hard. And swing it to the right and then left and back down the front straightaway. Talladega GP course. Vezra looks on. Team Chicago, we're in 14th. Vezra Suzuki still up front. Team Velocity still second. Army of Darkness is still running a solid third. Neighbors right behind them in fourth. Canton Racing's fifth. Velocity Crew sixth. Aren't You Racing is 7th. Dixie Mafia leading at lightweight superbike class. They're running 8th. Cherokee Challenge 9th, and Teamy Lips is 10th place. As I go through turn 5 one more time. Head on out to the back chute. Staying on the gas, take it to 14 and shift. Uh-oh. 41 is down. That's Team Road Rage. God, I remember them going down at Summit Point. They got to keep that bike on 2 wheels. They want that SV to finish well. Scott Fisher on that Neighbor of the Beast, 4th place. They are flying. It's Melissa Burkhoff's team. But I just got the signal. It's time to pit, so I'm going to have to say, oh, Cherokee Challenge has run off the track. God, where did he run off the track? He's entering right before turn 8. Maybe he's got to head back into the pits. And moving up to 10th place, it's Team Extreme, Max's Tires. As I come into the pits, it's time to change the rear tire. Like I said, Talladega GP has got a great track surface. It is excellent. But it wears the tires. So Phil doesn't leave anything out. So I got to go get the stand. The tire's sitting on the wall. The stand was over the wall. Luckily, we got the guys who are pitted next to us. Need a sponsor. They're giving me a hand. How's the impact run in the right direction? No. I wish Phil would have had stuff correct. Vezra Suzuki is leading as we're getting into the 3rd hour. I pull the one tire out, put the new tire in. See how long it takes me from pulling that tire out, putting the tire in, lift it up, get the chain on the one side, get it in the brake caliper. And what's Phil doing? Just standing around? Sometimes I gotta do all the work. Okay. I hand screw the axle in, make sure it doesn't cross thread, hit it with the impact, put the clip in, and we're ready to go. Phil heads on out, and I'm going to talk to Dennis.
You okay, huh, Dennis?
All right. How was your stint? How was your stint out there?
You go to 1 minute? Did we do it 1 minute? I hope so. Well, the track is getting, the tire's wearing out, so it's kind of slick out there, and it team's about 6. But I think we're going to finish in the money. We're going to be in the finish in the top 3 in our class. That's the goal. I think that's what
Number 12, that's Velocity Crew, Kevin Perkins. They're moved up to 4th overall, 2nd in that middleweight superbike class. Gary Schilling's team pulled into the pit right behind us. That's Blue Ridge Performance. It looks like they're having tire problems too, and they run superbike. So as Mark gets ready to take off, Blue Ridge is 2nd place in class as we see Mike Roser in it, SMP, 4 and 6 Dunlop. R6, Scott Browns is moving Army of Darkness up to 2nd place. They are leading middleweight superbike. Melissa Burkhoff, the first lady of road racing. They have moved Neighbor to Beast, 1st place, middleweight superstock, as Melissa runs 102s, 103s at Talladega. She's looking great. And that Neighbor to Beast, she owns the team, she runs the team. She's sponsored by Tower Analysis, armyofdarkness.com. And they are leading middleweight superstock. But up front, John Jacoby And yet Vezra Suzuki continues to pile on the laps. Third place, that extra pit stop, Team Velocity Racing. As Steve Breckenridge is now on the bike, and yet Yamaha R1 run a nice solid race. They are leading heavyweight superstock. As Vezra comes in for a pit stop, let's check it out. And Trey Beatty's going to take over. Mark Young is not riding. It's just Trey Beatty and John Jacoby, and he gets around quite well. Phil Caudill is right there on the Team Chicago 4 and 6 Yamaha dealers R6. See how Phil stays with the Vezra Suzuki. New tires. Trey's taking it easy for that first lap. As they get around the Musketeers, bike number 150, and you can see that Suzuki stretch its legs down this back chute, getting by notorious PIGs. Phil's gonna pass on the inside. Whoa! Oh, notorious PIGs went down, but Phil was already passed. Either he did not see Phil come by and turned into him, or maybe Phil put on the brakes early because he was going much faster. Let's slow this down and take a second look. As you can see, Phil clearly gets by Notorious PIG. This is a heavy braking area. You're going from about 80 miles an hour down to about 25 miles an hour. The rider with Notorious PIG probably did not see Phil come by and turned in too soon. Kevin Perkins brings that Velocity Crew Racing 600 back into the pits. And Scotty Van Scoy on the Cherokee Challenge, and he has got the challenge to try to run down Neighbor the Beast. He is on the gas on the Cherokee Challenge Yamaha R6. He is scooting. Get into the end of the third hour. It's Mike Shellcroft on SMP number 29. Paul Youngman number 12 Velocity Crew. And Phil Caudill on the Team Chicago 4 and 6 Yamaha dealers. Phil gets around Mike, tries to get around Paul. Mike is now beginning to wick it up again. Must have been sleeping out there. At the switch, SMP Dunlop 4 and 6 Yamaha R6. He gets by Phil, going down the back chute into the final corner. Phil tries the inside line. Melissa Burkhoff bringing Neighbor the Beast back into the pits. Our final pit stop, final gas. And we're judging our pit stops according to them. Our fuel light is not working properly. Mike on that SMP, Stickman Products. As Trey Beatty comes slipping by on a Vezra Suzuki. Vezra Suzuki's up front. Army of Darkness second. Chris Piles is taking Neighbor the Beast out. Velocity, Team Velocity is third. Velocity Crew is fourth. That's Paul Youngman and crew number 12. As Phil makes the move on the inside again, they come upon traffic. Phil's got to back off. His way is blocked, but he going to use traffic to his advantage as he goes scooting by Mike Shellcroft SMP, another 4 and 6 prepared bike. The power's pretty even. But Velocity Crew running 4th. Canton Racing's 5th. Dixie Mafia is 6th. As you see, Army of Darkness come into the pits for their final pit stop. They can go about 1 hour and 30 minutes on a tank. Neighbor the Beast is 7th. Cherokee is 8th. They're 1 lap down. Aren't You Racing is 9th. Team Extreme Maxis is 10th. Ellipse is 11th. L&J is 12th. Need a Sponsor 13th. And Team Chicago, we're 14th. But we are now 3rd in class. And Phil is going to be heading back into the pits as Melissa talks over race strategy. They are leading. Cherokee is 1 lap down. They have to figure out how to keep their lead going and hope that Chris Piles can keep the coals on as Phil brings the bike back in. I'm trying to get my helmet tied up. Phil's got to take care of the gas. And it's my time to take the Team Chicago 4 and 6 Yamaha out. I get my glove on, the gas is done. I'm getting ready to go. But Phil is going to point out to me that after 3 hours and 20 minutes, that front tire is really worn down. And as I head out, we're in 3rd place in class, 14th overall. I just got to stay on the gas. Got good traction with the rear tire. The front is starting to slide a little bit. Got to watch it in that first corner. Turn 4, shift up. Stay on the gas as long as you can. 1 quick downshift, swing it around through turn 5. Everything's looking good. Team Chicago, 4 and 6 prepared Yamahas, running great. Head into the last corner and on to the front straightaway. And as Team Velocity makes their last pit stop, Steve Breckenridge got off the bike. Chuck Ivory's going to be getting on. They're changing the rear tire. They are in 3rd place, leading their class. And as Chuck heads out, we're going to get into the final minutes of this 4-hour national endurance. As I come up on I Destroy Racing, they're on a 750 Suzuki Army of Darkness, running 2nd place. See if I can get by this 750 Suzuki. They're sponsored by Bridgestone, DP Motorsports, Vesra, Thermosman. As we scoop by, I tried the inside line. But up front, Vesra Suzuki, 2nd place, Army of Darkness. Neighbor the Beast is in 7th place. They are leading that middleweight class. Team Velocity 3rd. Canton Racing 2 is 4th. Velocity Crew is 5th. Dixie Mafia, that lightweight bike, is running 6th. Neighbor, Cherokee is 8th. Aren't You Racing 9th. Team Extreme is 10th. Team Ellipse 11th. L&J 12th. Need a Sponsor 13th. And Team Chicago, we're 14th. But we are in 3rd place, middleweight superstock class. And as I try to get by the 750 Suzuki, Dennis is talking to John Jacoby.
Come out here and do our job and do the best we can. You know, unfortunately, we've had a couple weekends that have hurt us this year, and We haven't been able to win them all, but it's endurance racing, and things happen, and you know, you can't let it get you down. You just have to come out and continue on pace, and you know, keep striving for the front. So we came out here to Talladega. The WERA Suzuki worked wonderfully, and Pirelli was awesome. So on top of the box again.
And as Trey Beatty brings the WERA Suzuki across the line to pick up another win in the points, WERA has got 50 points over Army of Darkness. Third is Team Velocity, Cherokee Challenge fourth, Neighbor is fifth, B&S is sixth, Bells is seventh, and Dixie is eighth. Special thanks to WERA and Dennis Torres for the additional video footage. We could not have done the show without their help. And music for the show by Engine, Mike Breed's Intrigue and Travesty, and all this music recorded at Fireside Studios, Westchester, Illinois. In that middleweight class, Neighbor the Beast is 15 points shy of Cherokee. And in the lightweight class, 50 points separate Bells and Dixie Mafia. Sam Fleming pulls a big donut in the pits, and that's it from Talladega GP with the Dunlop tire, WERA National. I always had a great time racing on this road course, either the new course or the old course. For more information on WERA, America's road race leader, go to WERA.com. On Facebook, it's WERA Motorcycle Road Racing. For Talladega GP, it's TalladagaGP.com. On Facebook, Talladega GP. You contact me, and I love to hear from my audience. It's teamdan45@gmail.com. And remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action. And I highly encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum off Indiana 39. It's in Winnemac, Indiana, 4 miles south of North Judson. Give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great trip and a great collection of motorcycles.